Welcome to East Coast LQ Reviews. Today, we're going to be doing a variety pack review. So today we have a variety pack from Samuel Adams. I don't actually have the box. I threw away the box, but I do have the beers. So this is their Primetime Beers variety pack. So this variety pack includes Cold Snap. It's a white ale. 5.3% alcohol by volume, 10 IBUs. Then Samuel Adams Red Zone Lager, 6.2% alcohol by volume, 25 IBUs. It's actually the highest ABV in the pack. Next, we have Postseason IPA. This is 4.5% alcohol by volume, or in 30 IBUs. And then we have Breakaway Blonde Ale. It says easy drinking, 4.7% alcohol by volume, 15 IBUs. All right. So we will be reviewing all four of these. I'm going to put a few of these back in the mini fridge to keep them cold. But yeah, cheers, everyone. Just decided to do this live. So if you're in the chat, I see we got some people watching. Cheers to you guys. So I do have the Samuel Adams website pulled up. Go here. So here it says Samuel Adams Primetime Beers Variety Pack. So there's the four. I believe I paid, I think it was $18 for a 4-pack. I mean a 4-pack for a 12-pack. So it was 3 of each. So the one that we're going to be reviewing first is the Cold Snap. A hazy white ale with a squeeze of citrus and a blend of 10 fruits and spices. Okay. All right. Got our bottle opener here. Fireball bottle opener. Not sure why you would need a bottle opener for Fireball. But we do have that. We got Beer Man in the chat. Cheers, Beer Man. Good to see you, bro. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's crack this open. Pour it up. Unfiltered and lively, this crisp white ale gets a kick from a bright blend of smooth spring spices. Pour it up in the Trillium. It's got May 2024 on the side. So that is the enjoy by date. Cheers, Luke John. Cheers, man. That looks pretty good. It is a like a golden orange. Kind of hazy golden orange. Looks pretty nice. There's a little bit of effervescence there. Produced about a half a finger head and then died off very quick. Now we just got this little bit of a ring of white foam at the top. But it does look really nice. But yeah, as far as head retention, didn't last very long. Looks pretty good though. I do like the color of it. 5.3% alcohol by volume, 10 IBUs. I thought that was pretty funny that the lager is the highest ABV. When I saw it, I was like, what the? That's confusing. But yeah, let's go for the nose. Citrusy orange, a little bit of grapefruit. Maybe some breadiness, a little bit of some spice, like a little bit of like coriander. Smells pretty good. Not bad. I'm actually not really getting much on the nose, but I'm trying to get some more citrus forward. Yeah, not super potent on the nose. I've also been stuffed up recently, so and I also just had to prime my furnace again. Yeah, let's dive in and just try it out. Cheers. Pretty good. It's got a little bit of like a tart, acidic finish. It's more sweet and citrusy up front. Citrusy, a little bready, a little dry. Pretty good though. I mean, it's not packing a whole lot of flavor, but it's a solid product. I kind of want more out of it. I kind of wish it had a little bit more of that citrus. The spice is actually very well blended. Sometimes these can be overly spiced, and this has a good balance of it. Um, so the spice is definitely tamed, but it's not citrusy enough, in my opinion. I don't know. This year, it's just like it's more watery. It's very thin. Um, it's super drinkable. Don't get me wrong. Carbonation's pretty good too, but overall, it's just not very exciting. It looks really good too. I mean, look at that color. Looks like a great beer. It just kind of falls flat. But overall, I mean, it's still drinkable. It's still enjoyable. I guess you could say if you like white ales or if you like, um, so they're just saying it's a white ale. It's not a. Let's go on Untapped. Let's pull it up Untapped. Cold snap. Wheat beer. So white ale. Yeah. Wheat beer, wit beer, white ale brewed with a blend of fresh ground spring spices. Well, this is a different, including orange, plum, and fresh ground coriander. Um, I don't see the plum, but I definitely get the coriander and the orange. I was getting a big amount of grapefruit too. But what do they give it? It's got 3.49 on Untapped. Cheers to the chat. Oh, you guys are chatting up. Um, Your man says, "Hey, Luke John, looks great in the glass." Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying. It looks really good. It's just the beer is kind of lackluster. Wish it was a little bit more citrusy. I think they're trying to appeal to the more like lager drinking crowd. Somebody who doesn't want too much flavor. You want to. It's kind of watered down. If you want my honest opinion, it seems kind. It's like a wheat beer, and they just kind of watered it past where it was probably a good beer. Looks pretty good. Cheerios. Cheers, Bobby. Cheers. Cheers, Tater Dom. Cheers, bro. I don't know what you guys are doing tonight. I might be down to hang out afterwards. Well, I am down to hang out afterwards. I don't got much going on. I do have 3 more beers to review, though, so I am going to sit and sip on this. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely, I feel like I thought I reviewed this. I guess I haven't actually reviewed this beer before. I reviewed, I think their cold IPA was the only Samuel when I type it into the search on my videos, the only cold Sammy Adams cold beer that comes up is cold IPA. I'm pretty sure I've had Cold Snap before. Maybe I've just never reviewed it. Nice. There you go, Tater Dom. Yeah, I heard they were in 6-packs this year. The ABV is a little bit lower though. I think they're like 12 something, 12.4. They were like 13.1%, 2022. Or yeah, because I have the 2022. I think the one Bumpy had was like a 12.4. I think that was a 2023 though. Cheers, Bill. Good to see you, bro. I can't find this 12-pack over here in Oregon, at least where I'm at in Portland. So this is like their sports variety pack. It's their seasonal. So it might not be in your area yet. We kind of get stuff really early over here. I think Bumpy gets Sammy Adams variety packs pretty early too. So they might show up a little bit later. You might see it. That's if you get regular Sam Adams. If you get regular Sam Adams, you're gonna see this eventually. Beerman. Let's pull back up the website and we will talk about the next beer that we're going to be reviewing. So this one's new. I think the next three are all brand new products. So the Cold Snap was a product that they've had in the past, and now the next three beers that we're going to be reviewing are actually brand new products. I think they might be variety pack exclusives. I would assume so. This one is the Breakaway Blonde Ale, light golden and cereal sweet blonde ale that's malt forward with a touch of tangerine. 4.7% alcohol by volume, 59 IBU. Yeah. So that's the next one we're going to be reviewing. Drink this. Yeah, I actually bought a variety pack of bottles. But their website does list it shows the cans. So I guess it's either or. But I haven't seen the cans. I don't know if anybody else has seen the cans. I've only seen bottles over here. I think the bottles sell very well as far as Sam Adams. I think they push more of their bottles towards Rhode Island because I don't see many Samuel Adams cans in general in any stores. Even when you go up to Mass, like towards Attleboro or Swansea, I usually only really see the bottles. The bottles here in the OC. First score for the Cold Snap White Ale. Kind of disappointed with this one. I feel like it was better in the past. I don't know why I didn't do a review on it. I feel like I should have because I know I've had it before. But I'd still land it around like an 82 out of 100. Not bad. It's drinkable. It's flavorful. Well, it's tasty, but it's kind of lackluster. Like you want more out of it. But if you're gonna crush it and it's just something that you wanna, maybe watch a football game or something, it's something that you can have in the rotation. I think that's kind of what they were going for with this variety pack. It's like you can sit there and watch a football game and just grab different ones. And I think they want to have that like kind of drinkable aspect. And then the lager is like 6 point. Excuse me. Then the lager is like 6.2%, which is confusing. But cool though. Oh, that's unfortunate, Bill. Hopefully you feel better, bro. If you guys want to start up and off air afterwards, I'm up for it. Bumpy's got the link. There we go. Cold Snap. 82 out of 100. Definitely not terrible. Just kind of lackluster in flavor. Yeah, let's see if the blonde ale's better. Well, hopefully the blonde ale's better. All right. So just to be clear, I have had these, but I haven't actually reviewed them. I brought the variety pack to I think it was my brother's for Christmas, and they don't really drink that much, so I just kind of brought them to see if anybody wanted to try them. But I saved 4, and yeah, had each of them. Pretty sure I've tried. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've tried all 4, but haven't actually done a review on them. So for the next one we're going to be doing is the Samuel Adams Breakaway Blonde Ale, 4.7% alcohol by volume, 15 IBUs. It says easy drinking. Feel better now? You feel good now? I'm down, but I think you might have something with the Sparkle Bee. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine, man. I'm up for hanging out if you guys want to have maybe some other beers afterwards. But yeah, let's crack this open. Pour it up. We got the we're gonna pour this one in the should we pour it? What do we have? Okay, so I kind of grabbed like a mixed variety of glasses. I didn't really say to myself, oh, I should put this style and this type of glass. I just grabbed 4 glasses. We got the Treehouse. I think this is some type of brown ale glass. Kind of looks like a Kolsch glass. It's not really a Kolsch glass, but I think it's more of a. I think that's an ESB glass actually. This is a pub glass. And then we got the can glass. So I think we're just gonna put the. I think we should put the lager in this one. So we will put this Breakaway Blonde Ale in this. That works. Not very structured tonight. Kind of just grabbed them. I don't know. I could grab this Bigelow wheat beer glass. I could grab this Bigelow IPA glass, but whatever. We're switching it up tonight. We got 9 people watching. Cheers, guys. Thank you guys for checking out this variety pack review. 20 minutes for one beer. I am terrible tonight. But it's cool because it's just a little bit more laid back. It's live. I don't have to get straight to the point. You guys are hanging out, reading the comments and stuff, you know? Let's crack this open. Forward up. 10 people now. Cheers. Right. The colors on these beers are really nice. That one has a much better head than the last one. It's pretty good. We got about a 3-finger white soapy sudsy head. And then we got a, that's like brilliant. Almost looks like a lager. Look at that effervescence. It's pretty good. Nice and golden. Crystal clear. Literally, you can see right through it. Looks pretty good. Nose? I'm not really getting much. I see a little bit of that like cereal grain breadiness. and like a hint of like a grassy floral. You really got to get your nose in there. You get some of the malt. It's a little bit of like caramel malty sweetness. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, this is pretty underwhelming as well. But it's not bad. There's nothing offensive with the aromas. If you kind of like that, I can kind of see the cereal grain combined with like the bready, floral, citrusy nose. Smells pretty good. I am going to pull this up on Untapped and see what they're saying about it. But let's actually dive in and try it out. Cheers, guys. That's pretty good. It's very crisp, clean. You do get that like cereal grain breadiness. What's the other big blonde ale? Kona? Is Big Wave a blonde ale? I think it is. Kona Big Wave. That's what it reminds me of. Blonde / golden ale. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it totally tastes like the Kona Big Wave. This is better than the Kona Big Wave. I feel like the Kona Big Wave sometimes is a little bit more malty. It's a little too malty, the Big Wave. Um, this one is definitely a little bit more cereal grain forward, more crisp, refreshing. Not as sweet. I would say it's a little bit more bready, kind of biscuity rather than your malty sweetness. Yeah, it's good. It's got a little bit of it's actually kind of got a little bit of like a pine kind of floral hoppy finish, like a fresh hop finish. Pretty good. I like this. This is actually really good. This might be the best one out of out of the variety pack. Harp, is Harp a golden ale? I don't know. That's made by Guinness, right? I don't think they Harp Premium. Oh, that's just a lager. All right, let's pull this up on Untapped. Samuel. Breakaway Blonde. Blonde ale. Let's pull it up. And this got a 3.48. It's actually 0.1 less than the Cold Snap. Cold Snap, maybe the years prior might have beat this, but I think this one outperformed the Cold Snap. I would give this probably like a maybe like an 88. I think it's pretty good. It's right in that B plus range. Solid product for sure. If you like the Kona Big Wave, I would totally recommend this all day. Super drinkable, super crushable. If I could get a 6-pack of this, I would definitely buy a 6-pack for sure. Sam Adams. Wink, wink. Probably not, though. Who knows? Because they have taken variety pack, limited release seasonal beers and made them into 6-packs. I guess if enough people ask for them. I would like a 6-pack of this. I think this is pretty good. Definitely think it's solid. 4.7. It's good ABV. Your typical, light lagers like 4.2. I could see myself crushing a 6-pack of these easily, for sure. Would totally recommend it. So far, I think the variety pack, what you're getting with the Cold Snap and the Breakaway Blonde Ale, so far, I think the variety pack is a thumbs up. It's a buy. But we still got 2 more beers. Yeah. Solid. We're going to finish this. The last one was almost 20 minutes long. Now we got a 7-minute beer review. Much better. Yeah, pretty good. Like I said, it's kind of like the Big Wave by Kona, but not as malty sweet. There's that carbonation. Has Sammy Adams done a Kolsch? That'd be cool. What's everybody drinking in the chat? We got 7 people watching. What's everybody drinking? All right. You're good, Bill. No worries, man. Yeah. Sammy Adams, when I say 87? Did I say 87, 88? '87. We'll go 87. 87 out of 100. Definitely a really good beer. Like I said, B+ range. Next up, we are going to be reviewing the postseason IPA. So this is like a session IPA. The B round says I'm drinking 7-Up at the moment. Nothing wrong with that, man. Cheers, bro. Pliny the Elder. Nice. Beer Man sent me one of those. It's a really good beer. Fort George Magnetic Fields Hazy IPA. Nice. All right. So let's grab the bottom. All right. So here's the bottle. Sammy Adams Postseason IPA, 4.5% alcohol by volume, 30 IBUs. So far we have we have the lowest ABV, highest IBUs. Interesting. I think that might be the case. What's the Red Zone Lager? The lager's got more IBUs than the Blonde Ale and the Cold Snap, but the highest ABV, 25 IBUs. So yeah, highest IBV, I, highest IBUs, lowest ABV. Postseason IPA, session IPA. We're going to pour this up in the Long Live Beer Works can glass. Now, this is, I believe, a 16-ounce can glass. My mom, I did the review on some beer at my mom's around the fire pit. What was it? The Beer Tree Juice Land. And it was like a stovepipe beer can glass. It was like a 19.2. It was awesome. It was way bigger than this. It's really cool. She actually told me I could have it, but I was like, I cannot have any more glassware. I have no room. We got some people in the chat. Cheers, Jason Cleveland. Cheers. Cheers, Cheech. What's up, bro? Cheers, man. Thanks for stopping by. We are doing a variety pack review. This is fun. Hope to do more of these. His name is Tanner, not Tater. Cheers, Tater. All right, let's crack this open. Session IPA. The Sierra Nevada Summer Break is a very good session IPA. We got that is pretty clear. Golden in appearance. Look at that. That is, oh, well, that's bad. Pretty clear. That's about as clear as an IPA can get. Look, you can see my head in there. It was a cartoon. What was that cartoon on Cartoon Network where it was the brain in the glass? Kind of what it looks like. It's got a nice head going though. Head's still sticking around. We got about a finger of a, I want to say off-white, kind of soapy, sudsy head on top. Looks pretty good. Let's go for the nose. Piney, little piney, citrusy, grapefruit, orange, a little bit of like a touch of breadiness, and a touch of like maybe some caramel malt. It smells pretty good. I think if somebody poured you this and handed it to you, I don't think you would think it was a session IPA. I think you would just think it was like more of like a West Coast slash American IPA. So dive in, try it out. Cheers. I feel like this has a lot of flavor for the lowest ABV. It's got a good amount of like pine hop resin finish. It's very West Coast vibes. Malty sweet, a little bit of that malty sweetness. A little bready. But still very drinkable. Carbonation, I would say, is definitely maybe like lighter side of medium. The body's light. But then there is a good amount of like an astringency. There's a good amount of that drying aspect from the hops. But it's also very crisp, clean. Makes you want to dive back in for another sip. I can see some people who are buying this variety pack maybe not want to drink another one of these because the other two are like super crushable, drinkable. This is it's not necessarily bitter, but it's drying, but it's drinkable. So I like it because I love IPAs. You know, I drink New England IPAs, double IPAs, triple IPAs. I like all beer. I like all types of beer. For somebody who's gonna like buy this variety pack and like watch a football game with their buddies, they might not want to drink another one because it does kind of have a little bit of that drying, astringency. I wouldn't necessarily call it bitterness, but I definitely feel like it's kind of you get that 30 IBUs, you get the higher bitterness. Oh my gosh, excuse me. That's what happens when you drink variety packs of Samuel Adams. They're usually pretty carbonated. Overall, I think it's a pretty good product. I like it personally because it's more of like a it's kind of like a session West Coast IPA. And typically we don't really get much as far as like American IPAs, West Coast IPAs. We get a lot of New Englands over here. So I do appreciate the like American session IPA. Um, yeah, it's a solid product. I think it's kind of it's like you're getting some of the flavor notes that you would get out of a like a 6.5. It's like if I were to drink this, it makes me want like a Sierra Nevada like pale ale. It's like if I want something like this, a section IPA would kind of want to gravitate towards something else, like the Sierra Nevada summer break. But overall, not a bad product. I would say it's my least favorite of the night. It's still a solid beer, very drinkable. I'd give it like an 80, 80 out of 100. We're kind of in this 80 range. I can see that. That's kind of like my personal opinion for most Samuel Adams beers. Without trying to sound like a beer snob or anything, I do kind of feel like a lot of their beers are kind of in that B to B plus range for me personally. Um, but yeah, I think that's kind of like the customers that they want. They want to have like somewhat people who are a little bit more into craft beer, but then they want to try to take people who drink more like the light beers and kind of convert them into drinking something a little bit with a little bit more flavor. They're kind of like a dulled down aspect of the style. I feel like a lot of Sammy Adams products are kind of like that, but they sell. I mean, these guys are going through product. They're selling, selling, selling. So I mean, it makes sense. Some people, they don't want these big gloopy gloppy New England IPAs. They don't want these big stouts. They want crushable, drinkable beers that they can drink a 12 pack of. And I think that's kind of what they're shooting for. This kind of falls out of the loop of the other two. Overall, I think it's a solid product. Like I said, 80 out of 100. We got some other people in the chat. Cheers, guys. Dade or Tanner? Same, same. I don't know what that means. That's a wish. Adult Swim. Jams is like a budget craft. Yeah, I would say, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of like a budget craft. Yeah, for sure. Cheers. What's up, Sam? Good to see you, bro. Hopefully you're doing some more beer reviews. The blonde ale is also in 6 packs and 12 packs. Okay, yeah. See that? Well, that's awesome. I thought it was a variety pack exclusive. I would buy a 6 pack or a 12 pack. I would buy a 12 pack. That one's solid. Red Zone is the best of the pack for me. Yeah, that's the last one. We're saving that one for last. Bill says, cheers to Sam. Cold snappish. I don't know. I don't mind it. Like, the flavors aren't off-putting, but it was very lackluster. It wasn't as good as the years prior. Sam saying, howdy, Bill. A session Westie. A Westion. Cheers, guys. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, totally. I'm sure you got some products over there that are like session West Coast IPAs. Which is funny because it's supposed to be the Boston Beer Company, which is a New England company. You think that they would do more New England IPAs, but they don't really do many of those. You used to be able to get some good ones. The Rebels were actually pretty good. They discontinued every Rebel IPA. I know somebody in the chat knows what those are. Nice. Just about to head to the store for a case of what is that? Victoria Bitter BB. I think that's the name of it, right? The fridge is very bare. Well, if you're hanging out, Sam, I'll probably be up after this review. If you guys want to hang out, drink some beers. Beerman says he remembers the Rebel IPA. Yeah. And then they did all those nitro ones too. Samuel Adams has done a bunch of stuff that they started and stopped very quick. They brewed maybe like 20 different pumpkin beers. It's always too much pumpkin, not enough pumpkin, overly spiced, not enough spice. The ones that they've had recently, like the Jacko Pumpkin, was more malt forward and sweet. I think that's why a lot more people like it. I think that's the recipe they might stick with. We never know though. Samuel Adams might try to perfect their pumpkin recipe for the 37th time. You never know. I'm just kidding. Totally just being silly. Yeah, overall, I think Samuel Adams, they make some solid products. I like this one, both season IPA. Not bad. Each cap does say cheers. So cheers. And we might have a snow day tomorrow. I might have to work. I might not have to work. The Rebel was great. It's all preference though. Yeah, I like the Rebel. And then they had like the Rebel Rouser. And then they had like I think it was like Double Rebel or something. Something like that. There was a red one, a blue one, and a green one. You guys remember the names of the three? Might have to look them up. Probably just look up Samuel Adams Rebel and they'll probably all pop up. Rebel IPA was the red one. Oh, here you go. All right. So that was years ago. There might have been 4 of them. So I'm looking at. See, I don't want to show the picture, but I'm looking at Rebel Rider IPA. So the Rebel Rider IPA was a session IPA, and it was 4.5% alcohol by volume. The Rebel IPA was 6.5% alcohol by volume. It does say West Coast style right on the front of it. So these are all West Coast styles, actually. And then the Rebel Rouser Double IPA was the green one. So the Rebel Rider was the blue one. The regular Rebel IPA was 6.5% IPA was the red one. And then the green one was the double, 8.4% alcohol by volume. And they were all West Coast IPAs. Those were good. Those were solid. I don't know why they stopped making them. I'm sure it was because sales. Maybe at that time people weren't really into IPAs and stuff. I feel like if they brought them back, I think people would probably buy them. Oh, I know people would buy them. I would buy them. I don't know if it was a failure. I think that those are pretty solid, especially over here because we don't have many West Coast products. We have a lot of New England IPAs nowadays. Only a bottle of Buffalo Trace. That doesn't sound like a problem. The green one was the double, Bill. I'd buy them again if they made them again. This is much more dry and piney rather than your typical session IPA. What is this? 4.5? What was the Rebel Rouser? 4.5? I wonder if a Rebel Rider, I wonder if this is the Rebel Rider recipe. It's 4.5%. They're both 4.5%. What was the Rebel Rider IBUs? 5 years ago, but they do bring recipes back. I wouldn't be surprised if they took the Rebel Rider IPA recipe and just put a new label on it. Excuse me. Oh my God. Carbonation. Rebel Rider IPA. Samuel Adams. Let's see if we can find the IBUs. If it's 30 IBUs, there's no way you can't say it's not the same recipe. Oh, okay. All right. So this beerandbrewing.com, someone reviewed the product, the Rebel Rider IPA, and they're saying it was 45 IBUs. So maybe it could possibly still be the same or the same recipe. They don't list the hops or anything. So it could still be like the same recipe, but maybe like dialed back a little bit. No idea. Because they don't list the hops. What do they say? It's a session IPA. Oh, we didn't even show the website. Session IPA with big hop aromas and lightness to run into the after party. A blend of passion fruit and tropical flavors and piney hops. At 4.5% ABV, postseason will keep you in the game. I don't get tropical. I don't know where they get tropical. I get like grapefruit. I get like piney hop resin. I don't get tropical flavors. Could be wrong, I guess. Oh. Yeah, I've been reviewing Samuel Adams beers for I want to say like 5 or 6 years now. I do have a good amount of reviews by them. All right, so we have finished the postseason IPA. Let's get that to focus. 80 out of 100. Yeah, not bad. Very drying, like I said. But overall, a solid product. I think so far my favorite has been the Breakaway Blonde Ale, but we do still have one other product. I'm going to use the restroom really quick, and we will be right back. And we're going to pour up the last beer and do the last review. So cheers, everyone. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So, the final beer of tonight, we're going to be reviewing the Red Zone Lager. 6.2% alcohol by volume. 25 IBUs. It says limited release. This is Best Buy June 2024. Freshness matters. Enjoy before month notched. Brewed by the Boston Beer Company out of Boston, Mass, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Bringsville, Pennsylvania. Check them out at sammyoungs.com. All right, let's crack it open. Highest ABV and highest IBU other than the Cold Snap other than the postseason. Sorry. Yeah, it's a lager, but higher IBU, ABV than the blonde ale. And blonde ales are typically lower ABV and IBU. Sometimes the wheat beers, white ales, whatever you want to call them, wit beers, higher ABV. But 6.2. Let's go. We're back. All right, so it's like a Vienna style lager, probably. Something like that. Looks very nice. That is amber ruby. It's very like amber kind of ruby. It looks more ruby on camera. There's a little bit more of a tint of red but in person it's a little bit more amber. We got a good amount of effervescence. It's very clear. You can see my face behind the glass. We got about a half a finger of like a off-white, kind of going towards khaki colored head on top. It's already kind of producing a nice lace in there, but the head is kind of dying down pretty quick. Not much retention. Yeah, lots of effervescence though. Let's go for the nose. All right. Yeah. Toffee, bready. There's a little bit of like a citrusy floral, but it's super malty, bready, biscuity. There's a little bit of like a toasty, roasty note. It smells pretty good. Let's dive in. Try it out. Cheers. Cheers to 11 people watching. Cheers, guys. Like I said, let me know what everybody else is drinking in the chat there. We got the Red Zone Lager. Last beer of the night for the variety pack. Overall, variety pack has been pretty solid. Let's see what I think about the last beer. Cheers, guys. Oh, yeah, it's the best. That's the best one. You get that malty sweetness, but then it's balanced out by a little bit of that like floral, citrusy. There's actually a little bit of like a dried fruit in there, but it's not too filling. You may think that this might be a little bit more filling, but it's actually very kind of crushable. Could also be because it's the fourth one, but you guys know how that goes. Yeah, there's a good amount of, like I said, malty sweetness, but it's balanced out by that breadiness. Slightly drying. A little bit of that like floral, citrusy aspect. But you get a little bit more of that like spritzy carbonation. It's more of the like higher side of medium for the carbonation. Mouthfeel is definitely the lighter side of medium. It's definitely a little bit more than like your typical lighter mouthfeel beer, because of that kind of like malty kind of sweetness. Adds a little bit to the viscosity, like the mouthfeel. Overall, it's pretty good. It's very crushable. It's kind of like a it's very similar to like a Oktoberfest. I would say it's almost identical to like what you would get out of an Oktoberfest. It's pretty good. I would say this is definitely the best one. I'd give this maybe like 89. Like I want to give it that 90. But I do feel like the maybe the breadiness could just be a little bit more prominent. And I would really, really like it. But overall, as far as like a beer that I get out of a variety pack by Samuel Adams, I think they did a really good job with this one. Like I said, 89 out of 100. The variety pack as a whole, as far as a don't purchase. I would say purchase this one. Definitely try it out. Can't go wrong. It's like $18 for 12 bottles. They're all pretty good. If you're not an IPA fan, if you don't like that dry bitter, maybe you have somebody at your get together party, whatever it is, that might like those. But overall, the cold snap was tolerable. It wasn't as good as I've had it before. The breakaway blonde ale was pretty dang good. This red zone lager was pretty solid. Um, I would say that as far as like comparing it to like a Yingling, the red zone lager, it's maybe a little bit more intense as far as flavors compared to like the Yingling. So I feel like if you are a Yingling fan, you would really enjoy this one. Um, and the post, like I said, the postseason IPA was, you know, it's a hit or a miss for certain people. I personally think it's not terrible. It's a solid session IPA. Um, I could drink a couple of them. Would I personally buy a 6 pack of them? Probably not. But if I was at a party and people were offering me them, yeah. Yeah. So overall, for the variety pack, I'm gonna give it a 2 thumbs up actually, because I did really enjoy these, and Bill Beer Hounds said it best when he said this was kind of like a budget kind of craft beer. Sammy Adams, they have some solid products. You know, if you want, yeah, that's a lot of beer for $18. Yeah, 12 beers. I mean, you could spend $18 and get a 4 pack nowadays of like super hop saturated New England IPA. But yeah, you can get 12 instead of 4. Chaz, I believe you're a new person to the channel, so cheers. Thank you for commenting. See, you've been chatting up a good amount tonight. Appreciate you for being here. Said my rankings: Red Zone Lager, definitely. Blonde Ale, definitely. Postseason Cold Snap, yeah, I would say that's probably. Mm, yeah, I would say that's about right. Yeah, I would agree with you there. It's about the same for me. I would say the Cold Snap still isn't. I don't know. I might go Cold Snap over postseason. That's just me personally. But yeah, overall, like I said, I'm gonna recommend the variety pack. Hopefully you guys can get it. Try it out. This has been an hour live. We've had some good chat. We've had a lot of people kind of hanging out. I am going to drop the StreamYard link in the chat here. We're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna drop it now. And yeah, overall the variety pack has been pretty successful. I would definitely purchase it again. It's a good variety pack for like a get together, kind of like Christmas, like I went to. Um, it's a good solid selection for somebody who doesn't typically drink too much craft beer. Um, it's a good way to get maybe somebody who wants to get into craft beer kind of interested. I would say like this would be a really good gift if maybe like somebody in your family, like maybe like your brother or something, like, oh, I like craft beer. Like, oh, here you go. Try this out. Definitely a good option for sure. Definitely better than Sam Adams. Red Zone Lager. Put it in the 6 pack. I mean, the Reds definitely better than Sam Adams. Better than the Boston Lager, in my personal opinion. Put it in a 6 pack. All right. Well, there you have it. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers.